All right. Another episode of Getting Busy. Remember that when you come in, please smash that like button, hit that share button, and hit that subscribe button. That's all I ask. Not too much. You know what it is. I'm Biscuit. Let's get busy. Well, don't you just love the off season? If you guys have been following my videos and my content, you know the last few weeks I've been really pushing that Max Crosby thing. And the reason why I pushed Max Crosby is because the Cowboys made such a lucrative offer for it. As I showed last night, what the actual offers was, we were hearing a lot of different stuff from the web, and they were saying stuff like the final offer was first, second, and Osa. That wasn't true. They did offer Osa in the initial offer, which was they offered their second pick in the first round, which is pick 20, and along with Osa for Max. Okay, that didn't work, so they went back and offered a first and a third. Okay, now let me reiterate that their first pick in the first round, which is pick 12, they offered that along with a third round pick, next year's third round pick, and that too was turned down. So they went back and said, okay, we will offer you pick 12 along with a second round pick in 2027. And I think they got their attention on that one because that's set for a few days. And that night, Trey Wingo was saying it looks like the Cowboys may have a shot. It may have a legit chance at Max Crosby. And of course, the Ravens stepped in, and the rest is history. They offered 2 first-round picks. Cowboys wouldn't match it, and so the Ravens ended up getting them. Then a few days later, they backed out. Well, we know the story. Now I've been pushing again to try to go back into the drawing board, try to get Max traded and get him back into Dallas. Everybody's like saying, they went straight into Gary. Rashawn Gary is not Max Crosby. So with that being said, I've been pushing it, and a few other content creators I know have been pushing it pretty hard. Max to Dallas, and not only that, but they're pretty much trying to go after an edge rusher, a very steady, good edge rusher, man, a very good edge rusher. That's something we need. Now, you can say, well, we got Rashawn Gary, but Rashawn Gary makes sense if you got another dominant pass rusher in there, man. Along with that middle, then you got a front core. You got some to work with, and I'm telling you, Parker, that's what Parker wants. Parker wants a dominant pass rusher. So today, the rumorville starts flying, and so they started talking about something really crazy. And there it is. They're talking about the door's been open for Miles Garrett. Oh boy. Now we're talking. The reason why, it could be a bottle of nothing, but it says that's because Cleveland Browns made a crucial modification to Garrett's deal, and it's one that makes him a prime trade candidate. According to ESPN's Field Yates, the Browns pushed back the due date for Garrett's option bonuses. It was originally due on Wednesday, but it has been pushed back to 7 days before the regular season starts. Now, the way I understand it is the reason why that they can do that is if he's not on the team, then they don't have to give him those bonuses. Now, what really is makes it puzzling is that Garrett had to agree to that. You don't think he has earned those bonuses? You damn right he's earned those bonuses, man. I mean, setting the all-time single season record for sacks. Yeah, he earned those bonuses. So, could they be? Could a trade be made? Now, I know everybody's like, well, they just use the Cowboys for this and that, and the reason why they can use the Cowboys right now is because Cowboys have got assets. They got 2 number 1 picks. They got a 2nd round pick next year. They got a 3rd round pick this year. They've got cap space. They've got what they got the collateral to do it. They got the assets. They even got a superstar that needs to be signed, and that's Pickens. Who knows what could happen here? Now I know that I would have been pushing for the Crosby, but let's face it. I would give a first, and I would go back to the original. I'm sorry, the last offer they made. I would kind of walk back on that because I wouldn't give him the 12th pick. Okay, I would offer him the 20, along with maybe a 3rd, maybe the 1st pick or something. The first offer they offered, because you got to start somewhere, and then you see where the Raiders would be. Now, obviously, everybody's like saying, well, Max has already said he's going to stay back at the Raiders. But Miles Garrett is a whole new ball game. Whole new ball game. That's a guy that's probably going to wear a gold jacket, man, someday. You know, he is going to probably wear a gold jacket. He's been in the league now for about 9 years now, and he has made he's that guy. Now I know everybody's like, well, what's it going to take? And to get him, you're going to have to come off some hellacious assets. That's a fact. Right here, the Browns would need a big time haul, is what it says right there. We scroll on down and see what else it says. It said the door looks pretty much open to the Browns to trade Garrett. Now it's an interesting development, considering both fines come to a resolution last year when he requested to be moved. If you remember right, last year Garrett wanted out of Cleveland, and then they come to a big time contract for him, and he stayed. Now, could he be wanting out again? Obviously, he agreed to this, to them modifying his bonuses. He didn't have to. You know, he's like, he could have said, hell no, you know, you're not modifying shit. You're going to give me my money, because I think he pretty much earned his keep last year, don't you think? I mean, setting the NFL single season record for sacks, and to be on a team that sorry. If Dallas can land this, and if he land this, man, it's going to cost. It's going to cost. So, they'd have to give up the 12 pick. They'd have to give that up. That'd have to be gone. Now, chances are they probably wouldn't give up the 20. They'd probably give up the 12, along with the final offer they gave, that they were going to give for Max. They would probably have to add to a little bit for Miles Garrett. Now we can say, well, hey, he's 30, 31 years old. We don't want to give up that. And I get it. I totally get it. But I also get, that's probably the best pass rusher that we've seen in so many years. When we talk about the best, there he is. I was on the Max thing because the Cowboys made an offer for him, and they were all about getting him. They started negotiating with him, trying to work to get him as October of last year, and then had to back out and go after Quinnen Williams. Now, Miles Garrett would be, God, that'd be badass as hell, man. That'd be so badass. I mean, that would be awesome. You just couldn't, I couldn't fathom having that. I mean, that along with Quinnen Williams and Gary on the line. Whoo! Definitely have to think about bringing in a veteran linebacker because our linebackers still are in bad shape. So, man, that would be because that's a game wrecker right there. That's not only just a great pass rusher, that's a game wrecker. So, man, ain't the off season fun? Man, that is so that just so. When I seen that today, I was like, you gotta be kidding me, man. So Miles Garrett could be on the trade block. Now this all could be a bunch of nothing, and you got to keep that possibility. But you also got to ask yourself, why the hell did they do that, and why did he agree to it? So, and they're in the process of rebuilding. He, like I've just said, he's coming. He's 30, 31, maybe he's 30 years old, somewhere there. He's either 30 or 31. I'd have to look and see. But he's coming, getting close to the middle of it, to the end of his career because he's probably got maybe 5, maybe 6 years. Actually, 3 of probably of being dominant, maybe 2 of being dominant. Who knows? Bottom line is he's in his 30s, and when you start talking about between 30 and 35, that's when we start talking about retirement. So he may want to go somewhere else. He's been stuck in Cleveland, and Cleveland's that's where quarterbacks go to die. It's where, I don't know, man. In my lifetime, Cleveland has never been very good. So let's see how this plays out. It's fun to talk about. Nothing else. Miles Garrett. Boy, that would shut me up about Max. That would definitely shut me up about Max. But, oh man, I couldn't fathom. It would be awesome, and we'd have our window would be very short because we probably wouldn't be able to keep this team together over 2 years. There's just no way to have all these players at once. And here you go, Jerry.
Expect me to go borrow.
There we go. There we go. Expect me to borrow my future. Well, you got a chance right now. You got a chance to really do something extraordinary. But it's also to see if the Browns are really going for this, or if this just smoke and mirrors. We'll see. I'm hoping they keep eyes out for what's going on with to get a good edge rusher in here. I can handle going with a good edge rusher and a good linebacker, and then go hit the draft. That can make my day too. As long as we take care of that edge, we have to do something with that edge. We got to get aggressive with it. We got to have another edge rusher out there. We're too used to having edge rushers. Just a few years ago, we had DeMarcus Lawrence, we had Michael Parsons, we had Dorrance Armstrong, we had what's his name, Fowler. We had, and honestly, Sam Williams was pretty damn good his rookie year, man. He was. We thought, hell, by the time he's in his 3rd year, he's going to be a dominant pass rusher. Well, that had never happened. He got hurt, and then last year he was just absolutely awful. Now they gave him a 1-year deal. They're just going to give him another shot because they seen that he did have potential. So we'll see if Sam can make an entirely new comeback this year. Let's see. But getting another edge rusher in here would be fantastic. Something like that magnitude right there. Oh my God, dude. We'd have a lot of bragging rights, man. We'd have a lot of bragging rights. Well, I thought I'd come on and talk about it a little bit. I haven't done my mock draft yet. I've just been looking at things, and when I get to looking and scouting about who I would like to see come in here, because I kind of got an idea of what I'm going to do on my mock, and it's probably going to look crazy, but I'm probably not going to do it for another week or 2 yet. So I'm just going through game film. I'm checking out some of the college players, some of the top players. I got a list of them that I'm I'm just going through looking at. So I haven't really got to that yet. I will, and I'll be putting it up here too to talk about it and see how who wants to interact with it. But also, I will be. I gotta give a big shout out to the WNBA, man. They got their act together, and they're going to have a season this year. So they got the collective bargaining thing done. So I'm happy. I'm a Philadelphia. I'm a Indiana Fever fan, and I'm a big Caleb Clark fan. So I will be watching WNBA. I will be doing some content on it, but most of my content will always be about the Cowboys. There probably every time I sit down, I will talk Cowboys, and I will give you some box scores, maybe what's going on in WNBA, and but that's about as far as I'll go with it. I'm a Cowboys content creator, so if you come into my videos, please smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, and give it a share. Share it in some groups. Share it with some people. Try to help me build my algorithm, and I really appreciate it, people. But until next time, you know what it is. We steal them boys, and have a good one.